To make this rig, you're going to need the following: some stiff monofilament material, some cutting pliers or scissors, a Chod style hook with an outturned eye, a micro swivel to give the bait movement, and a ring swivel to give the whole rig movement to allow it to turn into the fish's mouth. First thing you want to do is to get about 6 inches of your hook link material. Now, take your material and thread it through the back of the hook and leave a small tag end of 1.5 inches to allow for bait. The next job is to create your whipping knot. So you want to do 4 or 5 turns around the shank of the hook, making sure it's nice and tight and your tag end is straight in line with the hook. Then you want to pass the line back through the eye of the hook, making sure that it is towards the point of the hook. This is going to be much better hooking potential. You need to make sure it's really tight so the knot beds down on itself. So now you need to create the D which you're going to put the bait onto. So thread your small swivel onto your tag end, then carefully thread the tag end back through the eye of the hook, just like this, and create the size which you require, similar to here. And take a lighter to stop the tag end going back through the eye. Now, take your ring swivel and put the smaller end on to your hook link. Then move it up to the size of chod which you want. So I've done it here, it's about 1.5 inches. Now it's time to create your knot to attach the swivel onto your chod. So do 4 or 5 turns around the line, like so, and then pass tag back through the loop which you created, moisten it, and pull it tight. Now I actually did this chod a bit too long, but just for purposes of the video, here you can see. Now the next bit is to create a curve in your chod. Now this is really down to personal preference of how much of a curve you want. I like a nice big curve in mine, as it creates a really aggressive angle for when the fish comes and picks up your bait. So the next thing is attaching the bait to the rig. So here I've got some bait floss, and what you want to do is just pass this through the end of your small bait swivel. Then get some of your favourite pop-ups. So you want to thread your boilie on to the bait needle, and then you want to grab both pieces of bait floss, shut the gate on the baiting needle, and pull the bait floss straight through. And then pull your boilie so the barrel of the micro swivel is in the boilie. This, as you can see, gives the boilie free movement, which will allow the bait to go into the fish's mouth much easier. So now all you need to do is tie a bait stop onto the boilie, push the bait stop in, and then tighten the boilie floss again. Trim the pieces of boilie floss down, and then you can use a lighter again to blob the pieces of floss down. This will create it much neater presentation. But so here you go, that's the chod rig finished. And as I'm sure many of you are aware, but if you're not, you're able to fish a chod in many different ways. You can fish it naked style, which is basically with a lead attached straight to your line with the chod threaded onto the main line with 2 beads either side to stop it from going. Or you can fish it on a leg core leader. This is basically exactly the same as your fishing it naked on your main line, but it's with the added abrasion resistance. Or you can either fish this on with a stiff hinge rig. So I hope it's been really helpful for those of you that don't already know how to make a chod rig. Why don't you give it a go? If you've got any questions, messages on Facebook, there's a link in the description. Follow us on Instagram, and yeah, give us a comment, like, subscribe. You know what to do. Cheers, guys. See you next time.